Welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers
We're your hosts, Mary Ann.
and Ching En.
Please join us as we explore the journeys amazing people take in pursuit of their dreams.
And get insights from their experiences
Let's hit the road.
and get started.
Hello and welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers. Today we're happy to have a returning guest, David Perez, back to the show. You might remember David from an earlier episode when we interviewed him and his brother Ivan, who shared their inspiring story of how a serious accident planted the seed for their idea to start a Mexican restaurant here in Taiwan. David opened up about how his Taiwan journey began back in 2018 when he first came to help his brother recover from the motorcycle accident. From there, he told us about navigating the challenges of language, food, and culture in a brand new country. If you missed that episode, don't worry, we'll drop the link so you can catch up. That conversation later revealed another side to David, one that lives on the stage. In addition to running their food business, David is also an actor and a comedian, bringing laughter to live audiences. And today, we get to learn more about that side of his story. Hi, David. Welcome back to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
So, for listeners who might be tuning in for the first time, can you briefly reintroduce yourself and share a little bit about your journey to Taiwan?
Yes, of course. David. Many people know me as JD because Jesus David, J and D. So yeah, JD. I'm from Mexico, and I've been in Taiwan for kind of 8 years. Nice to meet you, everyone.
In our previous interview, we also discovered your career in the entertainment industry as both an actor and as a comedian. So, how did that part of your journey begin?
It began in Mexico. My first time that I was on the stage was like when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Actually, I remember that moment. In the school, I was with my group, and we wanted to have some dancing kind of on the stage. It was a huge stage because we were too little, like you're like a baby. There was a big stage, and then when I was on the stage, I did not dance. I just sat down, and I was looking all around, and all my classmates, they were dancing, and then I remember that I looked to my left, and then I saw my teacher telling me like, stand up, stand up, stand up and dance. And I was like, no, no, no. So yeah, since that moment, I started to be on the stage until now, and I hope in the future as well. Yeah. So that was the first time. I don't remember anything. I just remember like I looked to my left and I saw my teacher, and then I saw my mom. My mom took a picture of me just sitting down on the stage and doing nothing. Yeah. After that time, I was really scared of being on the stage, and it was after like I don't know, like maybe 8 years after that I know that I wanted to act. When I was 11 years old, in Mexico during the December, like we had like a show, like to show the people the Jesus birth. We call it Pastorela. So it's like mostly like you see the angels, you see the devil, and then you see Jesus, the birth of Jesus. So I got on that performance, and I was a devil, but I was a gay devil. So I was really nervous, and I remember myself like I didn't want it to act first because I was like, okay, I want to be a devil. Second, I want to be gay, and I'm not gay. So, that time I was like, huh? And all my classmates were like, you want to be gay? I'm like, no, I'm not gay. I'm straight. Yeah, believe me, blah, blah, blah. In that time you're a kid. So, yeah. After that show, when I saw the reaction of the people, like me being on stage, and I said my first line, my movements and everything, and I saw the people really enjoying it and laughing because me, I was like, huh, I can do this, and it's easy to me to do it. That was the time that I decided to, wow, actually I want to be there. Yeah, I want to be on stage forever.
Okay. And when we first chatted with you and your brother Ivan, you shared how you started to learn and improve your English and Mandarin after you arrived in Taiwan. So, the first role that you played here in Taiwan was using what language?
All Chinese, all Chinese.
Which came first? Your acting here in Taiwan or doing comedy?
And when I was in the university, I had a class like I remember that the name was like a performance class or something like performance skills. So you have to choose what do you want to do. Like you have to do a performance for like 5 to 10 minutes, and you have to make the people believe what you're saying. So if you want to do it like a sad story, you have to tell it the way that all the people will feel it and maybe cry or something. And for me, it was like okay, it's not easy for me to cry as a person, so I cannot choose that one. So I had a lot of stories. When I came to Taiwan, I didn't know how to speak English, I didn't know how to speak Chinese. So I was like, oh, I'm going to share that story and I'm going to do it in Chinese. And yeah, let me see if the people enjoy that and the people connect with my stories. And I did for from 5 to 10 minutes, and it was very good. And I remember that I had to do it again because the teacher was like, "Oh, tell it to another teacher," and then the teacher came and I was like, "Oh, do it again." And after that, the first show that it was in Chinese, and it was not comedy; it was different.
It sounded like, your Chinese learning went side by side with your first acting and comedy performance. At that time, how long have you been learning Mandarin?
When I came to Taiwan, I started to study Chinese first, and I did. I think it was like 9 months. Yeah, it was like 9 months because in Taiwan, like you come here and you have to learn Chinese for 3 months, and then if you want to do it again, you have to do it another 3 months and another 3 months. Yeah, so I did it 3 times. So yeah, it was like in total like 9 months.
After 9 months, how would you say how good your Mandarin skills are?
I can have a conversation with the Taiwanese for like I don't know, like 20 minutes. But after 20 minutes, maybe my brain is like burning out, like it's just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I have to start to use a lot of English. So when I know that I'm starting to use a lot of English, I'm like, I think my Chinese is no more. But yeah, I can mostly understand because I'm used to, when I was in the university, all my classes were in Chinese. So I'm used to just like listen Chinese for like more than 6 hours. And with my friends, my Taiwanese friends, they don't speak English, so I had to speak in Chinese.
Because it sounded like your environment was mostly in Mandarin. Do you have any tips for those who are learning Mandarin or any other foreign language as to what they can do to quickly pick up the language? Because to be honest, 9 months is not that long.
Yeah, actually, it was not that long. And yeah, what I can tell you is that when you learn a lesson on the book, on the Chinese book, try to do it outside of the class because inside the class the teacher will always like to talk slowly, right? So for you to understand and to you for listen the tones, but outside of the classroom the people don't speak like that. So try to learn it and then go outside and see what happens if you do the same as in the classroom, if you ask the same question, because I learned the 你是哪里人, right? Like where are you from? But outside of the classroom, the people ask you, like the meaning is the same, is the same meaning but different question. I don't know, like I don't know, 你是哪里国家 or like 你哪里来的 or something like that. So it's completely different. So for me, it's like yes, you can learn from a book, but outside there is another world. So try to have Taiwanese friends. Try to talk to the people, and yeah, your Chinese, your Mandarin will improve a lot. I remember that in the book there was a lesson about going outside to a drink shop, to, for example, Coco, to order a drink, and you have the step by step, like the customer say this, and then the one who's selling this say this. So you had the old conversation, but actually going there, they don't mention those sentences. They say different sentences. So for me, it was actually my first time. I was like, when I said like, oh, 我想要 一杯多多绿, and they were like, okay, 温度冰块, and I was like, okay, that's not in the that's not in the conversation. That's not in the book. So I didn't know what was that. So I was like, how 谢谢, and just I went back to the school and I asked my teacher, she said this, I don't know what is this. And she's like, oh my god, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, that's true. Because I think you're forced to really practice what you learn, and also you learn very quickly what other people use to communicate, like the common phrases. Shifting a little bit about your experience in Taiwan's entertainment industry, for those of us who aren't in the business, how would you describe Taiwan's entertainment industry? Did you have also experience working in the entertainment industry in Mexico?
I did mostly theater play, and in Taiwan, I've done mostly theater play. Yeah, so it's kind of the same, Like there's a stage, there's the script, and what matters is the way that you act. It's only that. It's only that the way that you act. So it's kind of the same in Mexico and Taiwan. Yeah.
Was there anything about the industry when you first started that kind of surprised or shocked you?
Actually, in Mexico, when you do a theater play, mostly of the people maybe they can be like older, like you cannot see. Of course, you will see, of course, like some teenagers or something, but mostly it's like older than 30 years or something like that. And in Taiwan, you can see like a mix of everything. You can see old people, you can see young people, you can see teenagers to see a show. So I was like, when I was on stage and I was looking to the people, I was like, oh my god, yeah, like it's like mix of everything. So that shocked me actually.
Do you get a chance to interact with the audience after your shows, after your performance?
Yeah, actually, after the performance, there is like a time, like 10 to 15 minutes. You go outside and you're still in character. You go outside, and the people like they they take pictures with you. They take pictures with you, and if they want to talk to you, they will just like say something shorter because there is a lot of people. So yeah, they take a picture, say something shorter, and then continue. So yeah, you've got like 10 or 15 minutes after the show. All the actors will have to go outside and yep, to say hi to the people, take pictures and everything. That is the, I don't know, for me it's like this is the best part. I enjoy that a lot. A lot, a lot. I enjoy that being with the people. Yeah.
What do you like about it? Why do you love it so much?
You know what? It's like it's like a reward of your performance. So for example, if the people really enjoy your performance, your acting, they will share to you. They will say it when they take a picture. They will say something like, "Wow, you were good. I love it when you say this sentence." I was like, "Oh my god, it's so good. I saw your expressions." So when the people tell you what they like, it's like for me, it's like, "Wow, I did a good job." Because like as a foreigner, mostly of my lines it's completely in Chinese. So I'm really worried about the language, if the people really understand my lines and everything. But yeah, so when they say like, oh yeah, I completely understand, and blah blah, it's like for me, it's like, oh yes, okay, I know that I did good, but I know I can do better. So yeah, it's just like that, the people being around me and telling me that I did good, for me it's like, oh, okay. So the language, it's not a big problem.
Okay, that's good to know. And since you said that your dialogue is all in Mandarin, how long does it take for you to prepare for a performance?
Depends. So, for example, for a theater play, it is like months. It depends on the company and it depends on the play. So it's like for rehearsals, it's months, and like every day or maybe every weekend, you got to go to rehearsal and rehearsaling. And for the comedy show, when I do my own comedy show, it's like maybe 2 days and I can have my own script. So yeah, it really depends.
Okay. How did you get into the entertainment industry here in Taiwan. You were sharing that, your first performance was part of your Mandarin language learning experience. But from learning Mandarin to actually performing in a theater play, how did that happen? What was the transition or jump?
Okay, so in my university, every semester they have like a theater play. So every semester you have to be on the stage and acting. That was like from the first year until the last year. So to graduate from that university, I had to do with my classmates. We had to do a theater play, and we did it. The first one, the first theater play that I did, not in the university, was last year on October. So I got involved in a company. They contact me and we talk about it. Actually, it was a musical because in my university I couldn't do a musical because the teachers are the ones who decide everything. So maybe they did not like, or maybe they saw us and they were like, "You are not good enough for a musical." So yeah, I got the opportunity last year, and I did it, and it was amazing, amazing, like really amazing.
Okay. Did you have to audition?
The process it's I mean it's easy, but it's not easy. So it's easy because you have to go there for the audition, so you audition. So it depends on the audition, depends on everything, because maybe they can give you the lines before, so you can just prepare yourself, so when you are inside the place and you audition, you just say your lines. The other one is like you go there and they tell you to act as something. I remember that the last time they told me, now imagine that you are a monkey. So you are a monkey and you're looking for your bananas, and someone took your banana. So what's gonna be your reaction? So just you have to be a monkey. So yeah, and I did my audition, and after that they called me.
Speaking of acting and performing, suddenly I was just very curious. Do you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert?
That's a good question. I don't know. For me, it's like it depends. It really depends. For me, I consider myself as a shy guy, but everyone around me, when I say like, oh, I'm really shy, everyone's like, oh, no, you're not. I'm like, believe me, yes, I am. So actually, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I'm half half. I don't know, because for example, like when I finish the show, I prefer to just go to some maybe bar and have a drink, but only myself. Of course, everything around is music and people and everything, but I want to just be there myself and just like to enjoy the drink or something like that, right? But sometimes it's like, okay, you know what? With my friends, I already finished, so let's go party. And I want to be with a lot of people. So it's like, it really depends on my mood, but mostly I prefer to just stay alone after the show because, when you're on the stage, all the lights, the people, pictures, and everything. And after that, I prefer to just like going with myself out. Yeah. So yeah, so I don't know how to consider myself. That's a really, yeah, good question.
The other question I had, because when we started talking about your first experience performing on stage, you were still a very young child. So I would assume that you had stage fright. At what point do you think that changed? Do you still experience stage fright, or is it more like you're super excited now to get onto the stage?
You know what happened? Like when when I had to do it in Mandarin, I was not afraid. The first day of the show, my director came and he was in all the rehearsals. He was like not bullying me, but it's like he was pushing me. Whenever in the rehearsal, when I was reading my lines in Chinese, he was the first one who said like, 他说什么? He's like, what did he say? I don't understand you. And I'm like,
Be sure to tune in next week to hear David's answer to that question.
This is Ching and Cho.
And Mary Ann Shoko.
See you guys next week. Bye.